2 weeks seems a very short space of time, because she said about Calvin Harris, he's the love of my life, and, you know, it all looked like it was all going very well. You know, how soon is too soon to split up and be with someone else?
I mean, you never know what's going on behind closed doors. 2 weeks is probably when they announced it. They'd probably been broken up before that. But when I saw the headline, it did kind of strike a chord with me, because I've recently ended my relationship, and I was just kind of thinking, well, what's she supposed to do? Is she supposed to stay in mourning? Or, you know, I think it depends on the level of heartbreak. And if she's not heartbroken and she wants to move on, like, I just kind of think, well, if Mr. Right comes along tomorrow, am I supposed to be like, oh, no, I've got to spend a certain amount of time alone, which I have done in the past. So you've
changed your view, then?
Yeah.
That's our influence.
Do you know what? I've always thought you need to give yourself a couple of years to be on your own.
A couple of years?
Yeah,
couple of years?
Yeah, genuinely.
No, it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes. No,
You've heard my theory, from the back burner to the front burner, and move straight on, and then we go on the pilot line. I look at these pictures and I just see a PR stunt.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm
Phoenix,
sorry.
Janet
I'm
Street
sorry.
Quartet.
You don't think it's real?
I don't think it's real. Well, it might be real. They are snogging. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny? These two people. He's so desperate to be the next James Bond, and she's so desperate to remain hip at all costs. So I'm a little.
Oh,
bit
Janet!
cynical.
Look at them dancing. This was at the Met Ball. So this is before she'd announced her split,
But she
wasn't
does
it, with
that
Calvin
everywhere.
Harris?
Everywhere I've seen Taylor Swift, she's dancing, and she's always the life and soul of the party.
Yeah, but of all
And
the
it's
men she
cute.
could have been dancing with in all the gin joints in all the world, she chose Tom Hiddleston.
Well, you would,
wise
wouldn't
girl.
you? Yeah.
Wise girl. Janet, so you don't believe in the, it's a decent, appropriate amount of time?
There is no appropriate time. You owe it to
You
yourself.
don't think you
to
need
have
a little
them.
break, just like a little one? I mean, I'm not saying
No.
like years like me, but
No, I just don't understand. Are you, Jamelia, a nun? A novice nun? I mean, what's the point? Life is too short. And a life is ticking away. What are you doing? Your relationship has ended. You
Yeah.
ended it. You admitted that you ended it.
But do you always
So
have
one
someone
day you...
ready? Do you always have someone ready for when you finish with one? Do you move on to the next one?
It's called serial monogamy.
So what about... So there's Taylor Swift. She looks very happy. Who wouldn't if you're snogging Tom Hiddleston? But Calvin Harris, he might be broken-hearted. If the rumours are to be believed, she broke up with Calvin. So imagine what he's thinking,
I feel
looking
really
at that
sorry for
today.
him.
So do you have a duty, do you think, to an ex-partner, especially if you're, in the public eye, but even if you're not, amongst your friends and family, to say to them, just thought I'd let you know I'm with someone else before you hear
I
it from
think
someone else?
it always depends on the relationship. Like, my relationship with my daughter's father, he was a serial treat, so I didn't feel like I had to tell him that it was time to move on. It was just, I moved on 18 months later, I met Mark, and that was it. I didn't have to ring him and say, actually, I've met someone else, because
None of your business.
Exactly.
What's really weird, though, is when you split up and then they turn up with a woman you absolutely don't like, and you feel like saying, why didn't you ask me?
You can't have your cake and eat it,
I know, I
Janet.
think that's
You
true.
can't put him on the back burner and then worry about who else he's going
exactly.
out
I know,
It's true.
But if you've got children, it's very different, isn't it?
I think it is very different. I mean, I'd be definitely insistent that I meet my ex's partner if they're going to be around my daughter, but not to size up to them or anything. Just, I want to know, who I have to come for if you do anything to my child. I'm joking. That's not a thing. I'm joking.
I think you're right. I think it depends why the relationship broke up. As to how, you're feeling about letting that person down gently or not, or, what they've done to you or whatever. For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free, and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.
There's flirting and putting yourself onto someone flirting. And I think if you do that when you're with someone, that's really disrespectful. But
what would you...
I am a flirt.
If I walk in a place and they're looking at me, I just think they're drunk.
You say that, but you're a massive flirt.
All right, Andrea.